Hey YouTube, thanks for tuning back in to another episode of VGAPR Garage. Today we're going to be doing a brake job on this 2005 Subaru Legacy. Alright guys, so we're going to start on the front. We got to remove this brake line mounting bolt. I would say impact it, because it's a Subaru and they rust. Now we're going to remove the caliper. And what you want to do with that, alright, take a flathead screwdriver in to compress the pistons. You can compress them all the way, which I would recommend. But I also have a tool, and hopefully you have the tool to compress it. If you don't, that really is going to suck. But anyways, let's go ahead and take this off. There we go. As you can see, an idiot put anti-seize on it. Don't do that. Now I have a box sitting right here that I'm gonna put the caliper on. You never want to let the caliper hang by the brake line, you can damage it. Now you got bolts here, you need to remove them. And the top one is harder to get to. So what I have for a setup is a short socket with an extension, so that it can fit that bolt. Don't do like I just did and get your socket stuck. Alright, caliper bracket's free, and luckily this rotor just comes right off. Now you're going to want to clean the maintenance surface on the hub. So off camera, or you saw part of it, I cleaned up the hub face. Now you want to apply anti-seize to the hub face. This will keep the rotor from sticking. Alright, so now we got to compress the caliper. It's dual piston, but you can still do it. I have a tool to compress mine. You just put it in and compress the caliper. And now we'll be ready for when we put the new rotor on and everything. And actually, let's go ahead and just grab the new rotor. Alright, so we got our new rotor. Just gonna go ahead and slap it on. And I did, because so many of you bitch. I did clean the surface off with brake clean and a paper towel. There's no oil sitting on it. So now we're at the caliper. If you guys have watched my channel before, you know exactly what I'm going to do. In the video, I'm going to speed right through it, and you'll see subtitles. So enjoy. Ooh, ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. This is going to be fun. This one is stuck. But we've got this. Okay, so this pin is stuck. What I did is I have the ability to heat it up. So I heat it up down here. I don't want to touch it because it's hot. And what happened was there's a rubber boot on the end of this push pin. Last person who put it in forced it in even though the rubber boot had expanded. And then this boot right here was cracked and allowed water in, and then it rusted. Well, I heated up. This doesn't have like a socket or a hex on it, so I can't take a wrench or something on it. It's flat. So I heated it up, hammered it, and now basically what I'm doing is I have the push pin in a vise, and I'm just rotating it back and forth to free it. And then eventually, I can show you. We'll see, I'll try and show you, but I gotta move my light. Alright. Whew, that smells bad. Okay, I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see the carnage. So this rubber boot was really the issue. It was forced on, and they'd actually put a type of oil or grease inside, which of course, you don't put oil or grease inside a push pin, you only put silicone paste. That's it. That's it. So here's the rubber boot, but this is what it's supposed to look like. Also, I think I need to mention, if you heat it up, don't touch it. It's going to be super hot. Don't burn yourself, and then don't blame me if you do. Alright, now because there was rust in there, I'm just taking a drill bit, smaller than the hole, and just going in, getting the rust out. Same thing with this one. Just trying to get the rust out. Not taking any material off, people. And if you don't like it, don't do it. It's that simple. So caliper is rebuilt. That's great. We'll move back to the car. So that's how you do the front caliper, front rotor I mean. Before we go to the back, gonna go ahead and turn the vehicle on and compress the brake. That way we get all the brake fluid into the caliper before we compress the rears, because otherwise you can get brake fluid squirting out of your brake fluid reservoir. Alright, take your wrench. We're gonna move the caliper first. And there goes the light, just like I knew that was gonna happen. Because it doesn't want to stick to a goddamn thing. Now that it's free and it's easily accessible, might as well take the time and compress the piston. Alright, so to get to the caliper bracket bolts kind of sucks. And no, it doesn't kind of suck, it sucks. Let me take you underneath and show you. So this is the bottom caliper bracket bolt, and then there's a top one up there. To get to them, you actually have to go, I don't know if I can get in there well enough, but there is a hole right there through the steering knuckle, or the knuckle that you have to go through. It's like that on both. So I did show you, be happy. Alright, so I knew this side was going to be the hard side. Rotor doesn't want to come off. There, and luckily, looks like the emergency brake is still good. You're going to want to spray that down with some brake clean and dry it off. And then I'm going to clean the surface area, just like I did on the front, and put anti-seize on it. Don't think we really need to go through that whole thing all over again when you saw it on the front. So now, what I thought was going to happen with this one is the guide pins, push pins, whatever you want to call them, are stuck. That really explains why this caliper right here is almost worn all the way out, and as for this one, it's got quite a bit of pad left on it. What we're going to do is I take an impact gun, put it right on. This one has the socket like thing on it, and then I'm just going to turn it, and it's free already. Come to this side, and it's free. So now that your hub it has anti-seize and ready to go, you're going to want to turn this I guess shoe alignment tool so that when you rotate the new rotor on it, that there's a slight bit of drag for the emergency brake shoes. There we go. All right. Alright YouTube, that's how you replace the front and rear rotors and pads on a 2005 Subaru Legacy. I think it also goes for Outback, wagon, sedan. I'm going to put some anti-seize on the rotor face so the hub will never rust to it. Don't forget to torque your wheels down to spec. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, put them in the comment section. I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Bye.